game corner. You play this game, which costs, say, $1, and if you win the game, then you get a raffle ticket. And that's why it's different than most raffles.
Okay.
Do you
I
understand?
went to the I went to the panel.
You also get a raffle ticket for going to the panels and attending them. So it's not just.
And you also.
All right. So
hold on. I have a very important question to ask Valle. What is your favorite animal?
Oh my fucking god!
I can't believe we forgot this.
Wow.
Oh god, this is great.
That is a serious question. It's an OBS tradition to ask the guest their favorite animal.
I think I said I think it was a lion. Is what I said last time because it's king of the jungle, right?
You got that, Derptile? He's making a collage with like 300 people and their favorite
Damn,
animals.
I'm gonna be fucking scared when I see that derp top.
Alex, I want to ask if our attorney guy, if like, do you think because Injustice is being marketed very heavily with DLC and all that, do you think that's contributing to its success, or if that success will stay, or if it will die down tremendously once that hype is really done with?
Do you want my opinion?
Basically, do you think Injustice will die down, or will it stay on top?
No,
I'm not going to answer that. I'll let Alex.
Sorry, look, Injustice is going to last a while because you know what? Fucking DC, the IP is ridiculous, dude. It's a freaking. Who doesn't fucking like Superman and Batman? Right?
Good point. You got me there. My apologies.
Fuck the niggas.
Seriously, no. I mean, it's a really sick IP. And it's turned into a fighting game that looks good. Some of our best players play it. I mean, come on.
You're right. It's got a great ton of fan service also. I mean, I may not like these Mortal Kombat games, but damn, that game looks great. I mean, even from someone who doesn't really like those, Unreal Engine games, even though I'm probably gonna like the Blade. Whatever.
Injustice is gonna be around for a while, so I'm happy for that. I love a lot of fighting games.
Oh no, I'm thrilled for it. Finally another game that isn't a Capcom game. It's great.
Now let me ask this question because I was muted. Hang on, Alex. I want to ask you this, and this is something that I've been bringing up. You as a person who runs tournaments, right? You are the business. The players are the customers. Right. Now, the whole thing that transpired between everybody going fucking totally ham on Keats, obviously is a customer relation issue. Now, would have you handled it in a different way as compared to how he had handled it?
Absolutely, I would. He has his way, and I'm going to tell you, just from his personality, yeah, he can be stubborn. However, he has his way, like that. If it's something that he scripted on his own, has a plan, it's not gonna change. That's just the way he does things. That's why his tournaments are ran on time. All the prizes are delegated to wherever he delegates it to. All the systems are in certain locations. It's just you got to go to these events to understand that the logistics behind a major is ridiculous, and he has, to this day, the most immaculate ran tournaments, like more than I've seen across this country. All right, it's sick. But with that, yeah, he, some of his faults may be he should be a little nicer, and he should ease off the steam. But and it sounds like he's a dick sometimes, but he does mean well. He does. No, seriously, I deal with him. But he still gets the job done at the end of the day. Yes, he needs probably some customer service. He needs improvements there. I'm more of what people think is like a sweetheart, right? Because I talk to you, I'm down to earth. I'm a player too. I understand your pain, but I'm gonna tell you probably the same thing he is, but not in a way that you probably want to hear though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I mean, and that's the thing. Like I said, everybody automatically, once the shitstorm starts, all of a sudden everybody points to me that I somehow started this shitstorm. I ain't gonna deny that I've thrown a little bit of a little gasoline into the fire, because genuinely, like I said, people have come to me looking for answers, and I can't give them answers. I didn't go to the event, but the legitimate gripes that people have, rather than it being addressed in a professional way. Wasn't. Now, what does that do? That just perpetuates it more. Now, CDjr says, hey, how come this is happening? Well, you get shut up or run your own event. Well, now CDjr says, go fuck yourself. And then and now it starts to snowball, and now, this is actually become an issue. And like I said, I'll tell you right now, I'll be honest, up until this all started to blow up, I was cool with this dive kick game. I was like, wow, you know what? It's cool that somebody's in the community outside of major publishers trying to get something out there. But now, because this left a bitter taste in people's mouths, they're going to be less apt to do that. Now, I understand that he's showing the game at his event, but you know what? To be honest, that's what PAX and E3 are for.
Are you seriously saying that?
Yeah, damn straight I'm saying that. You're running a tournament.
I think that's bullshit, man. Again, it's his event. He's putting all the time, energy, and effort to make a good long-running tournament.
That mentality of that's his event. No, it's not. And
it is his.
It is shit without the players. You can't keep saying that, dude. Common sense, man. Common sense. Right. Without the players, the tournament will not happen. Yes, he could show his game. Of course, it is his tournament, but you can't put the game. You can't put the game at a time where a game that is way bigger, way more players, it's gonna get more viewers. You're gonna put it at 9 o'clock instead, and then you're gonna put dive kick at prime time. No, man.
Junior. Yeah, hold on, Junior. I want to chat with you real quick. So, okay, let's put this in perspective right now. There's no streams, right? Imagine there's no streams and Justice is out. Does it really matter when it's on?
What?
Your mic's a little fucked up.
In my opinion, to me, yes, it would matter.
Okay. Yes. Right. Okay. Check this out. Once upon a time, all games started at 10 a.m. Every single one. And now, the more people think that their game is better than Soso, or just because we have more players playing this game, now they want to push it to a later time. Why would that be? There's gotta be a reason for that.
You said it yourself. Once upon a time, aren't we supposed to be progressing, moving forward?
Yeah.
At better times, pleasing the players.
Right, but I'm getting there. I am getting there. Hold on, I'm getting there. I just overheard you say that with that you like to get wasted and drunk before.
No, that was
the next example. What's that?
That was just an example. Me, like, I was just basically talking about myself. Me,
right.
That's just me.
Okay, all right. Then let me give you a hypothetical. In Justice, there's a $100,000 prize pool on Sunday, but it starts at 8 a.m. Do you think you're gonna miss that?
No. But I will tell you this. I know, again, quotation marks. Top players that do the same thing I do, get drunk on Saturday, get high as fuck, do whatever the fuck they want to do, and they don't have to worry about shit. Why? Because their game is at the top 8 for their game is at 6 p.m., 7 p.m.
But it's
but this game, but Injustice, all right, you have to be responsible for yourself. If you have a schedule, right, you gotta follow it.
Junior, the only way this scene is gonna grow, first, the scene has to grow up too. Even the East Coast organizers one day, they're gonna make it really big, but they're gonna have to make the hardest decisions ever for their tournament.
Honestly, I don't know how the scene will ever grow when there is so much favoritism in this community. Honestly.
Hey, stop changing the subject right here, bro. I'm talking about decisions being made for certain games to get good times in bad times. It is what it is, dude. And you know what? As a player and as a supporter, your job, your duty, all right? Because we're making the sacrifices just like you guys are. We are. Believe it or not, we are. But you have to step up to the plate too. If your game happens to start at 9 or 10 a.m., there's a fucking big reason for it. There is. It's not like there's a secret agenda. I don't know why you guys believe there is, but yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous, man. None of these guys that run tournaments right now, they don't have to do this. They can go to their 9 to 5 and do it. But guess what? There's no. Who else is gonna pick up that? Pick up where they left off.
So here's my question to Valle and also to Art. First, I want to say congratulations to you, Valle, for a ridiculous performance at UFGT. But I just kind of wanted to ask, okay, so a lot of bad blood has gone back and forth in both directions, and a bunch of people overreacted on both sides. So let's just put all that aside and say, all right, going into the future, what do we have to do to make sure that this never happens to this game again?
We have to kiss everybody's ass.
Is that the deal?
I'm professional.
Because that's what a lot of people are asking us to do.
Hold on, what is it?
Hey,
I'm just gonna be real.
hold on.
Hold on. Everybody, hold on. Chris, you wanted to split out, or you wanted to get in on this?
I was gonna chime in.
All right, chime in.
I feel like this is like not even worth talking about no more. People feel how they feel. Some people feel like that it's not. Why should that game have a time slot like every other game? And other people feel like it should have a time slot. So it's always gonna be like that. You gotta learn to agree to disagree on this situation, and that's just how I feel about it. Other than that, I got shit to do tomorrow, my niggas. I fucks with all y'all. I appreciate you, James, for letting me on the show.
All right, man.
Check that Fnatic video out. I was hoping Fnatic hopped on his neck. I was gonna blow his ass up. Y'all know he a bitch. Check out the video. I posted it out there for you, James, so you can put it out there.
All right, I'll put that up.
A pleasure.
Good night, Chris.
My nigga CD.
Beware of the crying Brian.
My nigga.
Orlando, I'm gonna take CD money. Don't bet your money.
Oh yeah.
I
got my money on CD, man. Fuck
hey, yo, Chris, hit me up later, man. Michigan Masters.
All right, for sure.
Yeah.
Later, Chris.
Later, man.
To whoever asked that question too, I kind of have to just ask, what does it really matter? Like, if you're fed up with the way that your community is being treated, then just do something about it. That's why last year I realized MK is not going to get any stream time. So that's why I talked to TLs, be like, hey, I want to stream. Is it okay? I asked it in a polite, constructive way, and they helped me out. And I was able to do what I wanted for my community, and I was able to help it grow. So it shouldn't matter if someone is not treating you this way. What does it matter if UFGT has 9 a.m. injustice? Like,
yeah, I agree.
Just don't go back the next year. That's all you got to do.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a bitch and moan.
Yo. Hey, I really like respect what you just said, and like that's the way to go about it, man. Because
I agree.
The old cliche is 100% like right here, dude. Is actions speak louder than words? It does. You can kick and scream until you blue in the face. That ain't gonna do anything. All it's gonna do is it's just gonna agitate people and stress people out. Like, damn, should I even go to this tournament next year? It's like, man, that's like the last thing we want as a whole. You know what I mean? We should never have ill feelings for any tournament in this country. However, unless that tournament just fucked everyone over. If it fucked everyone over,
devastation. Revelations.
Yeah, like that. Like those fucking pieces of shit. Yeah. Fuck those.
Yeah, people. Yeah, I agree. People need to take control and take into their own hands. Like people think that if people think that Injustice is as big as the other games in the FGC, like show it in tournament numbers. If people think that deserves the same stream time that the other games do, take it into your own hands. I mean, what do? I always try to give Injustice a prime slot, and like more people should follow like the same example. I know not everybody is in my position or Alex's position, but everybody does that, then we'll start to see results, in my opinion.
Hey, speaking of the whole like 9 a.m. start time and stuff, I remember when Evo first started to do 8 a.m. pools. Yeah, fuck, man. I was thinking, every time I go to Vegas, I do drink and do whatever, right? But it's my own damn responsibility for me to be at that pool. But nobody fucking said shit. You know what I mean? They tried, but it is what it is. Yeah, 8 a.m. pools with Evos fucking started, 2 years ago, I think? Ridiculous. I'm like, damn, that's like earlier than any tournament has ever started in the history of fucking fighting games. But we dealt with it, right? It is what it is.
Niggas deal with it. That's all it is. Yo, man.
You do. You tell them that now, people agree to that shit now, but they bitch about it later. That's exactly how this.
I mean, I don't listen. My thing is, I don't have to wake up.
minutes.
Listen, I'll tell everybody this much. I don't have to wake up for work until like 2 p.m. I go to work at 4, get out at 12. If I feel like
class like 150, so I should be cool too.
You know what I'm saying?
I gotta
Like,
wake up in 3 hours, but right now I don't give a shit because I do care about this community and I want people to understand certain things because it's bullshit and it pisses me off.
That's what they call passion.
Yeah, but you know what?
James,
what's that?
For the record, Tom Cannon posted visual evidence of giving the money to breast cancer.
Yeah, I saw that.
Nigga said,
I saw that.
persona.
You know what? Listen. As far as that goes, somebody's feeding back. Oh, Junior, you're feeding back. It was a legitimate concern. It got blown up because, and this is a fact, certain SRK people started lashing at me right away just for mentioning it. All right, when I seen the money, and Alex, you may not agree with me on it, but we all know, and everybody in here knows, the FGC is pretty much a bunch of broke-ass motherfuckers. So when you see that kind of money that's coming up, you have to raise a red flag. You have to. I mean, I'm going to tournaments all over the place, and I'm seeing 13 guys in a room sharing one Subway $5 sandwich. But now all of a sudden we come up with almost $300,000, which came back down to 202 because, like I said, I would have wanted nothing more than to go to my friend at the New York Times and say, "Yo, look at what the fighting game community has done."
Hello.
Hey James.
Yeah.
You actually forgot. You forgot one huge audience. You're only talking about participants. You're not talking about the fans and the spectators. That's a whole new beast. That's what paid the bills. That's what pays the bills now. That's those are the people that donated, not just the players. I'm with you there. I mean, they have to cram in 10, 12, 15 people in a room. That's not going to change. But
cute.
Now there's Kickstarters where you say, "Damn, where is this money coming from?" I guarantee you, there's only some people in the scene that play are probably only a few of them are contributing, but the majority of the money that's coming in is people we never even heard of.
But now, would you still agree that still puts up a red flag to just the overlooking on the community when you see that kind of money? Looking at the community as a whole, whether it's coming from the outside, was granted. But you still have to say, well, wait a second. And just because I said, wait a second, all of a sudden I'm an uneducated conspiracy theorist, and once again, it escalated because of the way people from SRK, and I'll call it out, had come at me. And if you come at me like an asshole, I'm certainly not going to take it.
All right. I understand your position. I mean, you're a very curious person, and you want to know. Like, you really want to get to the bottom of it, and you did it. You got to the bottom of it. You did your research, and now everything's been proven.
Yeah, and when it came out, I said, when I saw the letter the Cannon put up on there, I said, you know what, props to you guys. I can't take nothing away. And I'll tell you this. I looked at the letter, I checked the address, I called the phone number on it. It was on 6th Avenue in New York City and 42nd Street, the Women's Breast Cancer Awareness. And I checked. I didn't ask how much money, but I just said, let me make sure this ain't some letter that this guy made in a Word document to blow past people. And then I publicly said on my Twitter, I give you his props.
Yeah, and a lot of people probably find that hard to digest. You know how it is. Come on, man.
Oh yeah, I know.
People with open minds are like, all right, this guy wants to poke at the Cannons to make sure that they're doing things legit. Let's see what he finds out. But other people are be like, man, I donated. I don't want to hear this shit. God, I hope now they're afraid. Maybe you're right, and it just stirs. It stirs the pot. Like
Yeah, but you know what? Here's the thing that's funny.
Yeah.
I donated to Smash. Shh! Don't tell anybody.
Fucking James.
Oh my God.
Yo, James, you fucking traitor.
I gave $50 because it's a charity that I hold near and dear. And I'll tell you something, all right? I hedged my bet. They were already winning, so I was like, I'm going to go with the winner. You know, but I did
Well,
donate.
for a good cause, you know.
And it was for a good cause, and as somebody that did donate, I wanted to make sure it was legit. I didn't want to see all of a sudden, somebody driving around in a Bugatti and saying, thanks for the money, dude. Yeah. So I mean, it once that happened and I was proven wrong, I came out and I even gave the cannons props. But unfortunately, the SRK world has banned me, and I'm, forever to walk in limbo, which is fine. But I give them props, I mean, I can say this. Was there some fraudulent lists? Yes. It wasn't on their part, though. It was on the community.
Just keep on keeping on, James.
I'd kind of like to say that a few minutes ago in the stream chat, people were kind of repeatedly posting an image that they thought was funny. That, I'm not sure who made that image or what they're trying to say about it, but it certainly does not apply to UFGT9. The image is a picture of the Joker with the nice little impact letters with the bold on the black and the white background saying, put Cross Tekken and Persona finals at 8 a.m. and no one bats an eye. Put Injustice at 9 a.m. and people go batshit, or something crazy like that. Which, I don't know what the hell tournament they're watching, because that's not when it started at UFGT9.
You're taking it too literally. What they're trying to say
Cross Tekken started at 10.
If it doesn't, exactly. Let's say Injustice was at 10. This issue would be here. Cross Tekken started at 10. It's like nothing happened. So I think the point is that they're kind of joking about the fact.
I missed the point.
Yeah, the point is just that the FGC doesn't do these things across the board. It's not like, how could they do that to Persona? You'll never hear something like that. But it does say a lot about Injustice, that Injustice does get that kind of reaction. I think that's actually the one positive I can take out of the negative.
Yeah, it's actually
it shows
good.
you that Injustice is big. And we all gotta recognize it. That's
like what you said, Rolando. It's about the numbers.
Yo, hold those memes.
It does, and I don't know why our community is still fighting for this kind of respect that we already have. Like, we always feel like we're underappreciated. I don't feel that way at all. I feel like we're huge, and like just because we got the short end of the stick in one tournament, which even then I don't completely blame Keats for it. I still don't feel like this one tournament defines our whole community. Like, who gives a shit? Next tournament we're probably gonna get better stream time just because it is a huge game and we are a huge community.
Medina, be glad you're not in the same state as Cross Tekken, and I like that game just as much as I do Injustice. I'm struggling to find people to play.
Yeah, but now let me ask you. Now let me ask Orly. Let me ask Medina, Art, and Alex all the same question.
Sure.
There has been this bias towards anything that's not Capcom. How does that go away?
Am I still here?
I don't. All right.
Yeah, you're still here,
James. I'll answer first. I don't know how exactly it'll go away, but I don't think by starting these Twitter rages against, and it's not. And here's the thing: it's not, NRS community against Keith. It's kind of NRS community versus Capcom community because they see us as a joke for being immature, and that doesn't help the situation. So there could have been a better way for us to just kind of rebuttal this. And I don't think, even you, the way you started this stream helped at all. I appreciate the way it's developed, and I think that overall this stream is probably helping the situation as a whole. And I see Injustice as a game that kind of bridges the gap between NRS and Capcom community because it just shows in the number of people who like the game. A lot of people are already saying this game's better than Mortal Kombat, and a lot of people like it more. And Valle is already saying this game is going to last a long time because it is a DC licensed game. So I think we have to just grow up and not be immature in the way we get treated at tournaments. Even though this has been the first time, first of all.
I mean, it's early. The game is still early. I just look at this game personally as a game that's finally starting to bring people from other communities together on a solid level, as compared to like how MK9 had the Alex and the Capcom guys came out in the beginning.
Can I ask a question real
quick? Go ahead.
When MK9 came out, when it was really fresh, I forgot what major, maybe Power Up, was there any major that MK9 had more entrants than Street Fighter 4?
No, never.
Okay,
That's never happened.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this now. You see what Injustice was capable of doing at ECT, having more entrants than Street Fighter 4.
Yeah.
How dare you? Yeah, and again, his tournament isn't that, I get it, but if you see what the game is capable of, why would you put the game so early? You are only hurting yourself.
That's how I feel too. No, like I've been saying that from the jump. I've been waiting for a TO to step up and put Injustice last, but nobody has the balls to do that yet.
Yeah, like, you know, Li Joe and John, they did it right. God, they so smart.
Yeah, but like they understand though, because like they're in New York. It's like, you know, basically like I like to think of New York and Chicago as the main NRS countries. They know already.
I know that, but this is when I bring this up now. Now you see what ECT was capable of, what Injustice was capable of doing at ECT, and then you do this to Injustice at your tournament. You really, come on, man, common sense. Really think there was no reason why he did it, and it was just because that's his tournament, that's the schedule he planned out, that's the way he wanted it.
This is where you go off into a tangent, and I can't.
Hold on, no. Nobody in this planet with any common sense will really think that. Like, really think that.
CDjr.
Yes.
Regardless of whether or not something shady happened, I have no idea. There's no proof. I have no knowledge of that. But if I feel like something wrong did happen, I'm not gonna hurt our community by just being immature and trying to have this kind of backlash, because that's not gonna help out anything.
The
best way to do it is just don't show up next year.
I know.
Yeah, I got a question.
He's a business person.
You're right. You are.
I got a question.
Right.
Yo, that won't solve the problem.
Hold on, one at a time.
Let me finish.
Guys, is it possible when my microphone too much?
Oh, hold on. You're right.
Yes.
I didn't show up.
It's too much. All
I
right.
won't show up next year, and I won't show up that year before. Now, I'm telling you this. So again, all right. So there is no proof that there was a reason behind it. Now, hypothetically, let's say that there was a reason. Okay, will you really hurt the players that went to the tournament just so you can get back at someone else? Will you think that's right? Will you do that? Just yes or no. Simple question.
I don't understand what you're saying. If something shady did happen and I knew it for a fact, yeah, I would bring up my concerns and I would talk about it, but I would be mature in the way I do it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yo, Vi, I got a question, Vi.
Oh shit. Again.
Yo, Vi, I got a question for you.
Why he did. And then he will hurt the players, not actually the person who he's trying to get to. Do you think that's fair for the players, the people that go to your tournament? Do you think that's fair? If there was a reason why he did it.
If there was a reason, of course it's not fair. But there's still a mature way to handle something.
Okay, but
there's no justifying resulting or lowering your standards to his level if that's the case.
I was not gonna say nothing about UFGT. I was just gonna stay shut, look at the time, whatever. But I had people come to me, people that don't like to say shit, and you know what? Since they're telling me, yo, Junior, you're gonna say something about this, you know, you're a big guy in the community, yada yada yada. Again, me respectfully, I will put on Twitter, wow, really? Is Injustice at 9 a.m. at UFGT? I will tag Keith, no response. Oh, so is there a reason why Injustice at 9 a.m.? I will get no response. So what then? That's where I come in, the real CDjr. And then that's when I start shit, because you are not giving me an answer. I am talking to you as a human being. I'm talking to you professionally. Can you please answer my question, please? And not ignore me like I'm some dumb fuck? Because again, I'm sorry about it, but that is what the guy is known for. He talks to you like you are nothing to him, like you are beneath him. And nobody talks to me like that. Nobody's gonna disrespect me like that. I will talk back. Anybody should. All right? That's it. End of story.
Mortals are so weak. You are nothing to him.
Are you sure it's just like he wasn't busy or something?
Whatever, and then you get shit on.
All right, CDjr, we've already went over how Valle would handle the situation differently, so there's no arguing that. He already admitted that Keats does have a certain way of dealing with things that most people might not appreciate. It doesn't matter. The fact is, you did kind of hurt our community as a whole by doing what you did, and you can't deny that either. Regardless of even if he did the most fucked up shit, that doesn't matter.
Guys, I do want to ask, Or is he like busy at the time? Maybe that's why I didn't respond.
I mean, he's busy running a tournament, so maybe, who knows?
Yeah, that's probably it. I mean, Emmanuel, I don't think.
But I will see him. But I will look at his tweet and see him respond to other people.
Yeah.
Don't tell me he's fucking busy. Yeah.
Right. See, Junior. So, you found out when, that Thursday or Friday that the schedule was like that? When did you find out?
I believe it was Thursday.
Okay.
Yes. Thursday
Now,
or Wednesday.
All right. When did the Injustice schedule pop up on the official schedule on the UFGT site? Anybody know?
I don't know. Honestly, I wasn't checking nothing about the tournament because I was not gonna go. I actually didn't know what time or whatever the tournament was gonna start. People came to me and told me.
Okay. All right. So when people sign up for Injustice, did they know what times the tournaments were going to begin? Do they read this stuff?
No, because I think Webster just said that the schedule was announced like a month before. There were people already registered way months back.
Okay. When was Injustice put onto the registration?
I don't even know.
It was before the schedule. I signed up for Injustice before the schedule was released.
I think it's about like 2 months ago, 2 or 3 months ago, maybe.
No, the full schedule wasn't released that long ago.
Right. The full schedule was like 2 weeks ago, or 2 weeks before the tournament, or something.
2 weeks. Okay. No. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't
Hold
really.
on. I'm pretty sure that Injustice rules were confirmed 2 weeks ago, but you could register for Injustice a long time ago.
No, you could register for Injustice.
Yeah, but they didn't show the schedule.
But what we're talking about is the schedule itself.
Yeah,
Stream scheduling was a month ago, or more than a month ago.
I don't think that was released a month ago, man.
It was,
because I didn't sign up a full month ago. I didn't know I was coming to Chicago a full month ago.
That's why I was kind of like asking later. Are you sure it was a month ago? Because again, Test Your Mind literally put like the schedule for every game like on Wednesday or Tuesday or something like that. I mean, I'm guessing
it was well before Test Your Mind put it up. It was well before. I mean, you got to remember, Test Your Mind's sort of late on some of these things.
No.
Only thing Test Your Mind's on time with is the results, and that's because Storms has like 18 articles pre-typed.
Okay. No. All right. I really don't remember when the schedule went up, to be honest, because that's usually my stream guys look at that stuff. Me, I find out the week of or whatnot. Okay, then that's a shitty example. Let me get to this one then. Do you think Keats would have been better if he just didn't run Injustice at all?
Pretty much.
Do you guys believe that? Do you guys believe that would have been better?
No, of course not.
Well, no.
I don't think anybody in their right mind believes that, Alex.
Right. No,
and they do like
that
they
would
need
be
to get
the
their head
biggest
checked.
insult.
Right,
That would be the biggest insult.
I plead the fifth.
Well, I don't think it would be an insult so much as like I think it would be a wasted it would be a wasted opportunity.
It's stupid on all ends because now Injustice is so
Exactly.
big that like it's benefiting TO's numbers. They'd be idiots not to run it.
All right. With that said, and how you guys feel about it, so you guys still have the mindset that the community got fucked over, even though the tournament happened.
They think that they got fucked over in terms of production, not the actual tournament. If you notice, nobody's really complaining about the actual tournament besides
the quality of the finals was terrible though.
Hold
on. Alex, to answer your question, the stream was announced April 4th.
Hold on, and look at that stream. I'm looking at it right now.
The schedule was announced May 6th or posted May 16th on the Facebook group. That's where I learned about it.
Okay, but I'm on the website. It's April 4th this year.
I don't check that website every day.
It was April 4th. It was April 4th. And if you look at that schedule, you'll see that Injustice had top 8 being streamed at 10 p.m. on the secondary stream. People didn't like that, so they wanted it to be on the mainstream. Now, as a tournament organizer, you have to find a way to appease the people, right? That's what they want. He was trying to actually appease the community, but he ended up probably hurting it more than he did. And that was a mistake maybe on his end. But instead of, getting at least thanks for trying to do something about it, he gets a lot of backlash and a lot of hate for it. And as a tournament organizer, don't you think that's kind of going to offend you? Of course he's going to lash out.
Absolutely.
And the quality of play was not ass just because
You're right.
9 a.m. Like
you're right. Maybe it wasn't.
Definitely it was.
Well, I mean, that's one of the reasons why.
Was it ass?
So do you think this whole situation...
It was ass, bro.
Do you think this whole situation would have been better if it was on the secondary stream at 10 p.m. on Sunday?
Oh, it would have not been better because people wanted it to be on level up. But like, how was it
Saturday?
It wouldn't have happened, or on Sunday or Saturday. Because on Saturday it wouldn't have happened because Tekken was on there. And
No,
then
it's on. I'm looking at the streamer now. It's on Saturday at 10. That was the original schedule.
Okay, when was MK and when was Tekken? Actually, Tekken went way longer than its scheduled stream time anyway, though.
Yeah, Tekken was supposed to be at 8 p.m. on Saturday.
Right, and because they were dancing around for so long, it went for like 15 extra hours.
April 4th.
Right here.
April
Oh,
4th.
look at this one. Look at this one.
Hey, is there a link up? Can
I
you
just
link
posted that in the chat right now. Look at that
Okay.
Well,
one.
guys, is it alright if I give it a little shout out before I go?
Go ahead, man.
Shout outs to Fun Game General on the 4chans. BroGief. I guess I'll see you guys later.
I don't even see fucking. I don't think in the
It's
one
like
that I just
four-
posted in the chat there's no injustice in it.
Yo,
There is. It's injustice right there.
A
It's
little
not me.
longer. I'm really interested in you guys for some reason.
Yeah, I'm still waiting
Sorry,
for
I just want to get that
explanation
shouted
how
out.
the gameplay was asked because it was at 9 a.m.
Yo,
Right. I mean, that might be a fair argument, but I guess
matches were terrible, man.
Like who?
yeah.
Name some names. Why?
Well, we could start. We could start with Alucard's Ares, man. That was terrible.
Fuck out.
Fucking and then we could go to who else was a bad match?
It's so subjective. You could just say any match.
Yeah.
Okay, like my match versus Chris G was bad. Like I got bodied 2-0 because it was at 9 a.m. Can I say
You got fucking destroyed, bro.
that? Destroyed.
You didn't get enough time to train up for it, man. If it was at night, you would did a little bit better, and it would have been more interesting.
Like, hey, like you know what? Fuck
Alright.
on it.
People had crust in their eyes. They were disoriented.
Sorry, let me bring up a real issue. All right, so what do we do now? Now we have to kind of move forward. Now we have to kind of.
Now we got to get past all this.
Right.
Yeah,
And
so
Medina, here's the thing. If we boycott this event, let me tell you what's going to happen. It's not going to fix the problem. It's going to create a war. And then
You're right.
All it does is give somebody the excuse to say, hey, guess what? Well, we had injustice again and no one showed up. So next year we're not going to have it because we didn't get any.
You're right. So won't you believe that the best course of action is just to work with Heath and moving forward and making a better event next year?
Yep, and that's why I asked the question, how do we prevent this from happening again next year?
I think that we should just talk to them. We should, as a community, just try to get this fixed instead of just talking shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, yo, if the problem is not asking ahead of time, yo, let's set the stream up now. Let's start talking about it right now.
How about putting the schedule? How about putting the schedule up at least like 3 months before the tournament? How about that?
Well, that's something we can. All right, if we want to, we should talk to him. And again, I guess I can appreciate James for you, I guess, trying to get him to come on today, but I didn't expect he would because, of course, he's going to be extremely pissed. I do think that this stream in general does have, a huge impact on what's going to happen from now. And I myself, I'm going to try to reach out to him and try to, to fix this whole situation.
And no, that whoever said, having the schedule up a way ahead of time. No, that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's a legitimate. Just bring it up. Like, what's the harm in that?
No, because it's gonna pretty much how you're going to pick your tournaments for the year to come is the showstoppers, meaning that this shit starts too early, this shit's too expensive. Is there a bonus pot or no bonus pot? Who's gonna stream it? I don't know. Whatever the case may be, try to eliminate those showstoppers by asking those questions. Like, hey, are we have these? Yeah, have that early. Dude. Love it or not, Junior, you're a fucking community leader because you're top of the game for MK and Injustice. I mean, you didn't sign up for it. It landed on your feet. And what you say, a lot of people are going to, take to heart, dude. And it's just, you don't want to be responsible for it, but tough luck, dude.
And with Alex saying that, Junior, hold on, Junior, what did I text you today?
Yo, again, you're right, but again, that's why I said what I said on Twitter, and I swear to God, and if I do it, I'm gonna do what Justin did when he said that if he gets salty again on Twitter, he's gonna send somebody a stick. If me again talk shit about any other tournament or go ham on Twitter, I will give somebody a stick. I'm just gonna do what every other player that is known does. I'm just gonna stay shut and act like nothing happened.
Junior, like, how about we focus all that energy into making Injustice the biggest game in the FGC? Can we do that?
I want that. I'm actually. I'm not gonna name who, but I'm actually working with a tournament organizer and we're doing something for Injustice.
Good.
I mean, that's great. Congratulations. I really
If
hope
everybody
you're
channeled
successful in that.
if everybody channeled like that energy into blowing up the game instead of blowing up Eats, then like we might have an argument.
Not only
Thank you.
for Injustice.
Yeah, Arturo, can I just get drunk and not give a fuck about games in general?
Oh yeah, matter of fact, speaking on that, I'm out of here, guys. So I want to give a shout out to OBS, MKU, UFGT. That shit was fucking hype with the fucking the wolf or the dog or whatever everybody was screaming and some shit.
the crane game.
Yeah, the crane game, man. That shit was a beast.
What about that Lethal League, man? Lethal League, that weird baseball bat shit game.
Just want everybody to know I fucking body everybody in the fucking community and dive kick with one button. You know what I'm saying?
That must have been an awesome feeling.
It's your boy Dztrbed from nowhere close to the beach, man. I'm out of here.
Yo, that thing is trademarked, huh? You get sued for that shit.
Oh shit, nigga said it's just trademark.
Hey, I'm out of here,
terrible for the people
All right,
who got
brother.
bodied, but it must have been awesome. For you at least.
All right, now I got to put a shameless plug on there because I don't get paid for freaking anything on this.
I kind of want to say goodbye.
Hold on.
Shut
I'm
the fuck
gonna
up,
pull a
Ryan.
Keats. I'm gonna pull a Keats right now. This is my shit, my way. Shut the fuck up. All right, Game Underground Tournament, Spectacular 2, Guts 2. It's gonna be June 15th, 9 a.m. 9 a.m., not fucking 10 p.m. And it's gonna end June 16th, 9 p.m. It's located in Massachusetts Institute of Technology.
We in there.
77 Massachusetts Ave, Cambridge, Mass. The guys, get out there, show your support in the Northeast for everything from Injustice, MK, Street Fighter, the whole spiel across all the fighting games. Once again, it's June 15th and June 16th up in Cambridge, Massachusetts. You can get the link if you go to twitch.tv/Gaming Underground. And with that
James,
said,
by the way, one thing to add to that, those guys from Gaming Underground, they said they had some players that were traveling to VXG and they asked if we would offer seeding points for that event, and we did agree. So there are seeding points up to grab. So for those of you that are coming to VXG, if you want to get a higher seed, I would recommend you go to that tournament because it's definitely going to bump you up higher in the seeding. So just wanted to add that. Guts. So all of you guys, like Empire, this is for everyone. Chris G, all you guys in the East, you can go there and get more seeding points and get a better group. And don't worry, CD, we'll actually put you in a good seed if you get higher seeds.
Nah, I just want to play at 9 a.m.
Yeah, it doesn't matter because Injustice was at 9 a.m. Nigga, hold that shit.
I mean, look, I mean, and you're talking to somebody that goes to the tournaments, and I will say this. I mean, I went to Next Level the other day. Art caught me. I mean, come on now.
That was awesome though, James. Right? Wasn't that shit awesome?
I haven't played Street Fighter in 15 years. What the fuck's this focus thing?
Yo, man.
The same thing.
That was godlike.
Same thing last year.
That night was godlike because we were all fucked up on the mic, and then I started heckling CDjr and Rico mad drunk, yo.
Alright, I'm gonna go to Next Level this week, and I'm just gonna be fucking drunk out of my mind.
Actually, that's glad we could all come together and air out our frustrations and come to a reasonable resolution.
I mean, look.
Well, that is what I said at the start. Remember, I told you guys, some people were like, yo, is this good? I'm like, look, you see, at the start of it, everything is tense. Everything is like, oh, yeah, we shouldn't be talking like this. And at the end, we do come to it. That's why I say forums like this are necessary.
Right. I mean, I'll admit this. Hold on. I'll admit this. I'll put this out. The Homeboy Tyson video, it's a little over the top. But that's Homeboy Tyson being Homeboy Tyson, and I haven't heard from him, and I haven't seen his ass around in freaking months.
Oh, you've seen his ass apparently.
Wow, that's fucking gay.
It was that. I'll admit it. It was out there. It was a little over the top.
Extremely disrespectful.
Isn't that DigiMon?
Shut up, Black.
What a way to open the show, though.
It definitely was way.
It was an eye opener for the beginning of the show. Come on, guys.
Let's be serious here.
I would kind of like to say goodbye and stuff.
Oh, it's a pleasure being with all of you for sure.
Goodbye, Brian.
All right, take care, man.
All right, Brian.
Like before I go, I guess I have this little note card that I have jotted things down on for things I was going to save for right before I was leaving because I'm really terrible at finding places to say things. Anyway,
Shut the fuck up, Brian. Go to sleep.
Thank you.
By the way, can I speak to you guys after this? We should definitely do this again sometime.
Yeah.
Anyway, that Joker image that I totally did not get the point of. People in the chat try to point out that that's a meme, Brian. You don't get it. Actually, that's not a meme. That is what's known as an image macro, and it would really do you good if you understood it.
Alright, dude, get out of here.
Also, I kind of understand that in the stream chat I am quite the divisive character, but whatever. In terms of Soul Calibur 5, the Soul Calibur 5 top 8 that apparently had somebody with Asperger's in top 8, that's not really anything impressive because it's Smash Brothers tournament.
Oh my god, Brian, I love you.
Disconnect this nigga
every time.
Brian,
So,
shut the fuck up and go to sleep, Brian.
Brian, I love
Brian.
you, but you gotta go to sleep, man. You gotta
Brian,
go.
I'm drunk.
I love you.
Brian, you're rambling more than I am, and I'm drunk.
Guys, stop! Seriously, stop drowning him out. Let him get what he wanted to get out.
Considering what I've heard, the T in UFGT, according to most of my friends, stood for tranny this year because there were lots of trannies hanging out in the hotel rooms during casuals. It would really do the stream chat good if you guys all played Shuangdo Ji Wang, which is a free-to-play Chinese fighting game. Please look that up if you're interested.
It doesn't even have an offline versus mode, please.
It's still good, though. And Arturo, please tell Team Spooky to start recording Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters matches again. And in the stream chat, shout outs to Valle, Liger, even though you don't know me, whatever. And everybody from BuildCon.com that likes Gekko Ninja Taisen 4, etc.
But your opinion doesn't matter.
Alright,
End this shit. Go to sleep, Brian.
Yo, put this guy.
All right, Brian. Brian, I'm gonna let you roll, guys. I'm gonna let you roll, Brian. Thanks for coming on as always. You know you're always welcome here.
Goodbye.
Out, Brian.
All right, man.
James, I gotta head out as well, buddy.
That nigga is white.
Is he?
Well, I kind of feel sorry for that Brian kid. He gets a lot of shit for nothing, really.
Nah, he's good people, man. You know what?
He's okay, but
yeah.
he's a little. Yeah.
I mean, he's a little weirdish, but he's a nice kid. Probably a nice kid once you get to know him, you know?
Yeah.
Yo, guys, I also got a dip too, yo.
All right, Mr. Furby.
Have a nice day. Have a nice night, Tim. Good night.
Perhaps I'll whoop your ass in some Street Fighter this week.
Yeah, Valle, good shit at UFGT. Yeah, like I'll be uploading. I think I have like some more Injustice matches to upload. So just check it out on my channel.
Toro, you going to the next level later?
I'll see you guys later. Oh, wait, what was that, Junior?
You going to the next level?
I might go with Babyless. I'm chilling with Babyless right now.
When the fuck are you gonna host the Injustice sessions, motherfucker? When the fuck are you gonna host these sessions? Because I'm tired of fucking not playing anymore.
I don't want to host sessions, man. My house ain't big enough. But yeah, I'll hit you guys up later. Peace.
CPM.
Good night. It was
nice. But first I want to say that yeah, I'm gonna admit that I kind of went a little bit over the top. I said some things that I probably shouldn't have said, but yo, yeah, I gotta understand when you're trying to talk to somebody and you just get ignored, and if you have like a short temper like I do, and yeah, I'm not gonna lie, maybe yeah, I am too young and I still have some growing up to do, but again, that's just me. But I did try to handle things professionally, and I just didn't get an answer, and that's why I acted how I acted. And I'm usually not like this. Yeah, I might joke around, you know, here and there, but like I'm usually not like that. But again, when I get ignored for just asking simple questions, then you know that's why I did what I did. But I know and I admit that I went a little bit over the top. But still,
fuck your Jolly Rancher.
Still, I hate dive kick.
Well, at least you admitted it. So you know, knowing it's half the battle, just gotta work on your temper.
I hate dive kick.
And fucking Power Stone 2 if we're gonna play party games. Like seriously.
Hey, Junior, dude, you're welcome to message me or do whatever you want, man. If you actually want to understand things that just will piss you off, because I was in your shoes too, man. Like, I really, dude, I didn't want to fucking run any events like 5 years ago and shit, dude. I just wanted to do my thing, and it took me a while to understand like the hard decisions, and I'm still learning, dude. And and what sucks is some of those decisions is gonna piss off a lot of the players that we fucking play next to. It sucks, dude. And I'm afraid one day, the people that you look up to or respect to and run events near your hood, they make one decision that can probably end your friendship. And without like talking about it, it's the worst thing you can possibly do. Yeah, you really got to put yourself in their shoes, man. That's all I'm saying.
No, brotherly love. That's what it's about. Brotherly love.
Like I said,
it's a hard knock like for tournament organizers. I think that was my point early on in the show, is that despite whatever ups and downs, like there are going to be mistakes at tournaments, but there are also going to be ways to address it. So like tournaments, like we also have a role in kind of like on the customer service side of things, handling that. But at the same time, if the community can help us a bit too, it kind of helps. So I think it's a both ways kind of thing. It's got to be both ways. The players and the TOs, we got to do it together.
Well, I agree from also working in customer service with Rolando when I did tech support and stuff. The only part I kind of disagree with Uncle Valle here is the onus. Because, alright, when I used to work tech support, I used to be called nigga and all of that because before I could mask my accent and everything. They would call me all sorts of shit, right? I couldn't pop off at them. I had to hold that shit because my job was to help out the customer, right?
Yep.
I think you're a little bit too lenient on the TO. TO is going to have to take shit because it's their living. That's how they're going to make money. So you're going to have to take shit.
You see, David, me and you, we understand is we Caribbean people. We've been taking shit for 1,500 years, you understand? Exactly. So we know what it's about. But no, real talk, like in a tourism industry, you in Jamaica, in St. Martin, we come from a tourism industry. We know how some dumbass tourist gonna come in and every day you're gonna deal with one that's gonna upset you. By the end of the day, they paying your bills and they're winning the economy.
Right.
But I don't think everybody gonna have it to that extent, but I do agree, Alex, that we also have to, as tournament organizers, you yourself, me, everybody's involved. We do have a certain responsibility to treat the customer a certain way. Like you yourself admit, you wouldn't act certain ways with customers and gamers. I guess Keith has his way of doing it. But if you're his friend and you have a contact with him, maybe you should advise him accordingly. Is what I would say then.
Yeah. Hey, I'm still, believe me, man. I'm still working on it, dude. I consult many of the TOs out across the country, around the world, actually, on certain issues. And I mean, for the past 3 or 4 years, I've also been consulting some of our top players to clean up their act, and you know who they are probably.
I'm gonna say this right now. I think I never make up 9 a.m. pools too. I'd be mad fucking bopped out of my mind for 9 a.m. pools.
Yeah, but
look, as far as the pool thing goes, I understand where people gripe, but you're going to a tournament, and you're going to look. If I get fucked up and I miss my time, that's not their fault. The time of the tournament. You may not like the fact that, and I don't like the fact that Injustice was put so early, but it is what it is. Now, you got to make that conscious decision. Do I go and drink, 35 screwdrivers that night, or do I make sure I'm up? Especially because, let's be real, the top players are the ones that are the more concerned. Like I said, the guys that come to this event that are just here to turn around and have fun, they don't give a shit. They're like, I'll get up at 10:30 and maybe I'll catch the end of it or whatever. But the guys that are the top players are the ones that are concerned. But those are the ones that actually have to make that decision. Maybe I shouldn't drink too much tonight. I lied my way into Evo after fucking coming back 7 o'clock in the morning and getting DQ'd because I asked Max to just let me get 5 minutes sleep. My fucking match is at 8 o'clock in the morning, and Max woke me up at 10:30.
Good job, Max.
So I had to lie and make up some bullshit cockamamie story, and they put me back in pools. But that was my fault. I can't blame them.
Let me bounce out of here again. Shout outs to the OBS show, the FGC, Injustice players, MK, Capcom, all of you guys. Shout outs to Valle for sharing that knowledge. I'm definitely gonna change my ways.
hey, again, Junior, just hit me up anytime you want to talk, dude. Like, dude, I already told you, man, you're the future for the biggest games that are coming up, and I understand how it is to try to pick up like even the smallest communities and give them shine. You know what I mean? And again, dude, I just want nothing but the best for you guys.
Thanks, man. And like I said, like I admit, like I'm still young. I still got growing up to do, but like I always respect my elders, and I always take their advice into consideration. And like, like I mean, who else to take advice but the man himself? I mean,
yo, you too.
Say that, man.
Bye.
Yo,
somebody asked on the stream for you to say "ay coño." You too, Junior. Tell him, Junior. Say "ay coño."
Yeah, I'm glad to see that.
Coño.
But yo, for real, guys, I'm out, and yo, thanks for letting me on, James, and take care, guys.
It was a pleasure having you.
Always a pleasure.
Fish sticks, nigga.
Peace out.
Hey, Dirktile, I know you got a question, so put it in the chat. Don't. I'm not going to check Twitter right now.
Yeah.
Yo, while he's doing that, this is Crimson. I just want to say peace to everybody. James, thanks for having me on. Shouts out to Rolando and everything. And just to end on a positive note, the reason that the people were mad is actually a good thing. It's because the tournament was hyped as hell. People were getting hyped. People were getting blown up, upset. It was an awesome tournament, and it's been an awesome
because
year.
the game is sick. The game is sick. The game is really a good game.
So I just want to say,
it's gonna blow up.
Yep, it's been an awesome year. The game has been awesome, and I'm looking forward to an awesome year for Injustice. And DigiMon, you can hold that. Peace.
Who the fuck is this guy?
Fuck Digimon and his dirty little fucking monsters.
Yeah, Alex, if it's alright. Sorry.
Real quick before everyone starts going to bed and stuff, like we really need to give huge props to Alex Valle coming on because he does carry a lot of voice in all the communities, and I think the second that you came, everyone's attitude kind of changed, and you kind of just
calm down.
It did a lot,
down, dude.
And it's because you carry that kind of just personality, and I just really appreciate you coming on the stream. So I just wanted to say thank you.
Hey, man, I appreciate it, dude. And in a way, why I came on the show is because, just like James said, there is a certain level of customer service you have to have. And, I look up to still the guys that run the huge events around this country. Of course, Keats runs a huge event. Big E runs great events. Larry runs big events. The Evil guys, they all have their own ways of doing things. We're all trying to put as many games possible, as many communities in there, and I finally felt their pain. Those guys have run events way before I have. Remember, I first started to run SCR in 2010. Okay, I'm not gonna say I'm an old school in running events. I can say I'm old school playing an event. So I finally understand how it feels, and I have the way. I have a certain way I like to showcase the community, and I've gotten shit for it too. So at the end of the day, when I hear you guys having, complaints about, one of the events I look up to, I'm like, I want to understand why, because I think we can all learn from it rather than continue on this stress, this anguish, this hatred, dude, that just we should obviously talk about it. And it's awesome that OBS has the stream for us to have an open forum about it.
Well, Alex, I have to give you a hand. You made all caps, mostly caps. You called me deep, so I was like, wow.
Yeah, thank you guys. It was a real pleasure being here. You're all awesome.
Alright, man. Take care.
Thanks, man.
Well, I'm not gonna leave you. I just want to,
Okay.
No,
I
I mean,
ask Alex, do you know Ben Tragic?
X-Ben. I know X-Ben. I did a book with him.
Dude, Darksiders 2. He did an amazing job on that.
Did he? I haven't talked.
Dude,
I haven't talked.
Like the game, the way he made the game, it's amazing. I'm probably just nerdgasing him right now, but the game I'm in love with it.
I haven't spoke to Ben Curidan in like 15 years, probably.
Yo, that I saw the fucking cutscenes for that game. That's pretty fun.
Well, I'm talking about the second one. I don't think he did the first one, but either way, it's an amazing.
Yeah, I saw the second one. It was pretty good.
Yeah, it's a great game. You guys should definitely check it out. If you have time.
Oh, yes, before I forget the plug while there's still a friend of mine who helped in the road to VXG in Jamaica, Zalgo. He reviews games and I think he also does a podcast with Truth. James knows him.
Yep.
I'll put his
Put the
link
link.
in
Yeah,
the
put
chat.
the link in the chat.
Yeah. So I'll go comment. He's a very smart guy, very busy guy. I don't know how he has all this time to review games. But if you want a Jamaican perspective on games, check that out.
Yeah, I'm gonna have him on. I actually talked to him on Twitter a little bit.
And trust you me, you're gonna love the Jamaican perspective, if you know what I mean.
James,
I guess
Yo, James, can you just post those injustice codes? Just post the injustice.
Oh yeah, you guys want that shit, huh?
4 hours.
You can do that.
Actually, 5 hours. Let's give the loyal viewers some codes. Y'all earned it.
Real quick too, before I forgot to mention this earlier. I know a lot of people felt like Keats was really like not trying to do anything to help the situations that were going on, and I know for a fact that wasn't true because when I was there, he was coming to us and was asking like, hey, are the monitors still going on and off because of the dirty power? He was adamant about trying to make sure that they were running as best as they can. I remember there was one point where we realized plugging in sticks to the PS3s would drain power, and that was possibly causing lag to happen. So what happened was he told all the bracket runners to not allow anyone to plug in their sticks if a match is going on. It caused things to go a little bit slower, but things were still running on time. So obviously he was still trying to do something. I know he was trying to get an electrician to come out, but he couldn't do that. There's only so much you can do with the event already going on, right? And I know when all the Twitter drama started happening too, he came up to both me and Isaac Delrich, and he was like, hey, like, everyone's really mad right now. Like, it's kind of like, make me mad. I don't know how to respond to these people. Like, you just like somehow do something about it. So he obviously wanted to help the situation, and it got to the point where he was getting so much hate that he just blew up the way he did, and all of this escalated. So I just want to just make sure everyone knows that he was trying to do something and not take that away from him.
I mean, look, I'll tell you this, and I'll even throw it out there again, and I've done it numerous times. I've reached out olive branches as much as I can. Have I actually thrown some sticks and twigs and rocks at the same time? Of course. Of course. I'm always open to having an actual discussion with Mr. Wizard and Keats and all these guys. I just want to see this community grow. I heard from somebody else that they felt like because my generation, for some reason, didn't get this opportunity, that for some reason I'm jealous and I'm out to sabotage it. It's anything from the furthest. I just want to see, people to live reality, go to tournaments, enjoy them, have fun. If you're a top player, make the money you can make. Don't fuck up, I hate to sound like that fucking Hulk Hogan, drink your milk, say your prayers, but don't fuck up, don't fuck up in school. Do your school thing, get a job. Remember something. We all played games originally for one reason, to have fun.
Yes, I think I'm agreeing with you that, because I think we're losing that.
And that's and when it gets turned into business, people will get butthurt.
You're right.
And
James, just give out the fucking codes, James.
I fucking want codes, huh?
Give out the fucking codes.
James is such a sweetheart.
All right, I'm gonna give out the Scorpion code. Oops, my bad.
Can I say something real quick about
he tried to X Factor Morgan with Hager and the pipe, but I had Doom. He was in the and he foot dived. And then I had Voyager in the X Factor Voyager. He killed Hager and his pipe. Yeah, and I won. You gotta hold that.
By the way, so why Scorpion? I mean, you'd think they like get another DC character,
Rumor has it that they said this Scorpion is not the MK9 port. This is like Ryu, the Marvel vs. Capcom treatment. This is like
true.
Scorpion.
Do you guys want to know all the characters that are coming out?
Oh, hey,
might as well.
I gotta bounce, dude. But thanks for having me on. And
Alex, it was great having you. I would love to speak to you again sometime.
Papa Vi, your voice of reasoning is always amazing. Your voice.
Hey, man.
I don't really know you guys, but you guys seem like real sweethearts.
Oh, that sounds pretty.
Just
pretty cool.
keep fighting the good fight, man, and appreciate to be on the show. Thanks, James.
All right, man. Have a good one.
All right, Vi, man. Always a pleasure to talk to you, dude.
All right.
All right.
Now that he's gone, let's go back raging on fucking Webster. Fucking prick, you fucked up. You fucked up the whole goddamn tournament. It was your fault.
Webster, you overweight fat black nigga. I hate you.
Damn, bro, that was borderline racist. Like,
I'm as dark as that nigga. I can say whatever I want.
Oh, is that how it works?
Don't worry, as long as you guys are here, you can say the word kike or whatever, because I'm actually Jewish, so you can say that.
Wow.
You know what? I don't
Say
even know what to say. Pretty much after today, I'm gonna really reevaluate who I fuck with, because I'm really disappointed in a lot of people and a certain couple of communities. I think I'm done for tonight. I'm pretty pissed the fuck up. I don't know how people are just kind of taking this lightly or as a joke, because that's kind of the vibe I'm getting. I mean, it's like, oh, the Injustice players kind of, ran their mouth, showed their ass a bit, and now, you get a majority of folks on this show agreeing with them, and now everything's fine and dandy and everything.
It's not that. It's opened up. Hold on.
Can I say?
Go ahead.
James, let me say. Here's the thing. Do you see the difference the approach makes? I think that's what you got to understand. When Valle came in here, he spoke, first of all, he spoke real, and second of all, he came across in a cordial manner, gamer to gamer. That's what I'm saying with the customer service. Even though he didn't have to do it, but as a streamer at the event and a person that went to the event, he's speaking on behalf of that organization in a cordial manner and in a way that, it's kind of like feeling it up, like, you know what? Yeah, it is bad that, he came across this way, but can we look past it? That's right now, to me, all that needs to be said from the organizers is something like, hey guys, my bad for that. We're working it next year. Or even ask people, how can we do that better? That's I think something that you gotta understand, that yes, while it is also about Alex Valle having weight and being a veteran, you also got to understand that he came across very real to all of us. So all of us are going to listen to that. Now, if you have someone that's not coming off in a respectful and a real way, then the conversation shifts and things get more and more aggressive. So you got to take that into account.
Classic Aesop fable, the wind versus the sun to get the guy's coat off.
Well, that's nice enough. I think I'm done. James, thanks for having me on here. I'm not sure if I'll be back, but thank you. All right.
Hey, Webster, before you head out, I want to say, because about UFGT, Webster did a good job running my bracket specifically, even though he knocked me out of the tournament, and I'm still salty about that. Fucking Shiva. But nah. All right. Yeah. So I just wanted to give you a little bit of props on that, and
Yo, look at that. Niggas gave out the codes on stream. Yeah, pick up your Batgirl,
what
nigga.
System?
Batgirl.
It's PS3.
You can tell by the code.
Yeah.
PS3, Senior Taxi.
Otherwise, actually, I do want to say something though that is problematic that I think all tournaments need to take into account. The old PS3s, the big ones, seem to be the ones that are having the biggest problems with the longer you leave it on, the more it starts to lag and whatnot.
Yeah, the age.
Yeah, I think everybody's starting to take that into account, but tournaments are still running on these big old PS3s. I don't know.
Don't be dissing my baby. I've had one since the beginning, and
don't tell me that, man. I just bought 6 of them.
Damn. But no, I mean,
don't worry. The Tekken players have to deal with that.
Sent to hell.
But no, I mean, I think tournaments in general, what they could do is they could just start restarting the PS3s every hour or something. That takes care of the lag problem a lot. That one monitor in particular that Perfect Legend played on that was really laggy was actually a lot laggier earlier in pools when Forever King and Chris G were playing. It was running super slow-mo. You could see frame by frame. It was crazy.
Well, you have to understand, these not only are they a little old, they're over. Even if you have an Xbox, they're overworked. After a while,
exactly.
If you keep banging it out, you're going to get a little low. So,
Exactly. So at a certain point between pools and I think it was top what was it, top 16 to top 8. I actually restarted that system, but it was still sort of laggy because I think it needs a little time to like cool down or whatever when it's off. So I don't know. I think there's an issue with the larger PS3s that all tournament organizers might have to consider in the future. Or I mean, if we start having tournaments in PS4, hopefully they correct that by the time.
First.
Huh?
We'll leave the game on it first.
Right. That I mean, I understand that, but like I'm saying, by the time it comes out, hopefully the system will have corrected that. But if it doesn't, the tournament organizers, I think, still need to do something to take that into account. Maybe schedule 5 minutes of every hour for the systems to be turned off to let cool down and to turn back on.
Well, I'll tell you this. It was one of the questions I actually wanted to bring up after all of this stuff. I actually thought I would have blown over a bit earlier. But one of the things that I don't think a lot of people, or maybe a lot of people might have noticed. Well, first of all, ECT ran just on Xbox. Whoa, what the hell is that? Is that me?
No, that wasn't you.
Boot that.
Okay,
nigga.
sorry. Anyway, so basically the console for Injustice. Now, originally we actually were planning to run Injustice on PS3 using the logic that since MK9 was run on PS3, that, you know, it probably makes sense to put on PS3, and then furthermore, Evo added Injustice into their lineup, so obviously that's going to be on PS3 as well. However, ECT ran it on Xbox. CEO recently announced that they're switching the game to Xbox. I'm kind of curious what you guys think about that whole situation.
I mean, I find it's hard for certain people that play on pad, for PS Pad. I know there was some sync issues at ECT with the Xboxes, but it did iron out. I mean, I personally, I don't have a preference. I know everybody else has been saying they want the Xbox, and I believe Jabali said that he's doing Xbox as well now. I don't want to quote.
Yes, CEO is going to be on Xbox. That's confirmed for Injustice.
Okay.
He switched it. It was originally for Injustice. I mean, for PS3. And what he did was he sent out an email. That's something I'm also going to do. For all of you that registered for Injustice, I'm going to send out an email. I'm going to ask people what they think. He sent out an email. I think that was a very good idea. Shout out to Jabali for that. And asking the gamers' feedback on what it is. Because the thing is, if you throw this kind of question out there in Twitter, you know, you have people who might not actually be going to tournaments telling you what they think the system should run on. I think tournament organizers, we do have to listen also to the people that are actually coming to the tournament. So, long story short, he sent the email out to his people that registered, and the feedback he got was overwhelmingly do Injustice on Xbox. So he announced on his Facebook page the other day, and I think on Twitter too, that he would be switching it to Xbox. So CEO is going to be on Xbox, but Evo's on PS3. So I'm kind of caught in between on which one we would do. It does cause a couple logistic issues for us because, of course, now we're going to have to source at least another 6 to 8 Xboxes to cover that. But, I mean, we can make that happen. I just hope it doesn't become a drama because of the large number of MK9 players that play on PS3. And, you know, if we put this game on Xbox, or because you got to understand, in the Caribbean, the MK9 community is very big. So we also have to take our Caribbean gamers into account. So I guess I should ask the question a better way. Is it really that bad to run the tournament on PS3?
No, it's not. You just got to let... I mean, it depends what like whether it's old or new PS3, and like if you just schedule in 5 minutes for it to cool down. Like that's not really much of a problem, right?
Daniel, that might be a good idea too, but keep in mind that the systems at UFGT were getting dirty power, so that could have also caused lag.
That's true. Yeah.
That's true.
Okay, so UFGT was on PS3 for Injustice.
It was.
Okay, was there lag? Okay, like the power issues were causing the games to lag, or was it the system shutting off?
It's with the monitors.
It was both.
Yeah, both the systems
the
were
old
lagging,
systems.
and the monitors were like flickering.
Yeah, it's sort of hard to explain.
It's hard to say what that could be. That's the tricky thing about it.
Yeah, it's hard to
unless you
explain.
have them on a UPS, and then you know for sure. Okay, well, it's getting power. But I mean, who's gonna buy a UPS for every single system?
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
pretty much
I think
impossible.
You could get our line conditioners cheaper. I'm not sure. It's not a UPS, but it does condition.
I'm only on here because I'm waiting to say my shit before I leave. So.
Oh, okay. Well, go ahead.
I'm only on here because I don't want to interrupt. I kind of want to hear the entire conversation, but at the same time, I just want to kind of leave because I have like school in the morning. But I just want to hear you guys converse with each other.
This is pretty much my thing. I thought we were kind of over the whole UFGT thing, and this was my original. Being that this is pretty much the premiere Injustice /MK9 stream, I want to put this question out there to, the viewers and people like James and all of, especially DJ Arturo, one of our first MK9 and Injustice registrants, as a matter of fact. So put it out there for you, what you guys think is an interesting way to put that out to solve that situation.
All right.
Because it's got to be one of the two, Injustice, or unless you want me to do it on Wii U. I don't mind doing it on Wii U if you guys want.
Speaking of Wii U, is everyone gonna excited for that new Nintendo Direct thing? I mean, I hope it's not full.
Hey,
anyway, let Webster get his.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Hello.
Yep.
Yeah, hello, Webster. So, as I was, should I continue with this, or is
BroGief, wait. Webster wants to talk.
My apologies.
Yeah, I'm okay. So pretty much, yeah. This is fucking retarded, man. I'm fucking salty. I'm disappointed in the Injustice community. I'm disappointed, and I hate to say this. I mean, Keats is a really close friend of mine, but I'm kind of disappointed in him. I'm really disappointed that there wasn't really more support from UFGT attendees and staff, to get on the show and actually defend a good event. It's really nerve-wracking and heartbreaking, and I don't know. This type of shit like this kind of makes me not even want to be a part of the scene no more. It makes me not even want to be a part of like what we strive to do a good event. Maybe I should just go to tournaments and just try to sabotage them and make pools run until like 2 or 3 in the morning and fucking just let players do what they want and not anyone follow rules or nothing. Because I put my heart and soul into these fucking tournaments and these events when I go to them. It's hard for me as a player to get to these events as is. I had to borrow $240 from someone to get there, and I'm like dishing out my last, and just to deal with this backlash of ungratefulness by players and
go play
alike is just really fucked up, dude.
Hey, Webster.
What?
If I can be fair, I think a lot was accomplished tonight. I think even CDjr admitted himself that he went overboard and in a way didn't directly apologize, but we all know how he is. So he did his best and what was an apology for the way he reacted, and I think that was a step in the right direction. So I think both, or at least everyone in this conversation kind of agrees that we do want to move forward and there's things that we should do to move forward.
Exactly.
So I'm kind of really confused where you're coming from right now.
Yeah.
Why are you still salty?
Because you guys can say that this is all done and over with all you want.
It's not done.
We're saying that that's not the case.
But we're saying that we want to at least try to move forward in the right direction. We've already established that.
Players need to move forward. Players need to do what's necessary to make better choices at tournament and to be held accountable for what they decide to do at tournaments. And I feel that that's never going to change. It never has. Because the same type of bitching goes from tournament to tournament. I mean, let's just keep this shit real. It just happens that UFGT9 just happens to be this episode.
Well, all right.
There's going to be more.
I can guarantee you this ain't going to be the last one where somebody comes out bitching.
People are going to bitch at VXG. You don't think I'm bracing myself for it?
But at least as
and now I'm even more pissed off and salty at the MK Injustice community than before. I mean, at first I was like, well, shit, I'm gonna come back and hopefully, right some wrongs and do better. But after seeing the way like they treat us, for what we try to do, that's it. I'm good.
So who are you trying to jumble in as a whole, Webster? Who are you trying to focus this anger on?
What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm saying
you
mad at that. I'm saying why are you mad at the Injustice community? Who are you upset at, nigga?
What the fuck?
Why do I have to get so fucking ghetto? Who are you upset at?
Shit, the whole situation.
But like,
I know you ain't trying to talk at me crazy. Are you really
talk
trying to talk at me crazy? I mean, who the fuck are you? Who are you, dude?
Hold on, let me translate it for this nigga. Hold on, let me translate for this nigga. Since me and Digi's cool, hold on.
Ain't nobody gonna rip nobody because I don't need nobody.
Digi, calm your ass down, nigga.
What?
Calm down. All he's saying is, in a less niggerish way, who are you mad at and why are you mad? Like specifically, because it's obviously somebody specifically
It's
you're mad
not
at.
clear, bro. That's all we're saying. Like you kind of said, I'm salty, I'm mad, and then you went on a rant, and we're all here sitting like, oh, we're a bit confused because we thought we went over this. So what is still bothering you? That's what we're all just confused about.
What do you want as your resolution?
Even I don't get this salty.
Nothing is going to change. There's nothing else to say. Nothing is going to change. The FGC.
How do you know that?
I know.
How do you know?
Like we got along. We were actually trying to move forward.
I'm going to turn into the new Adonis God. Fuck FGC and fuck the injustice community and fuck the haters of UFGT9 and fuck everybody who runs their motherfucking mouth and don't do shit to get their own tournaments
nobody
going.
was hating on it. People were just asking questions.
Nah,
now you want to go in.
Fuck what you talking about. Fuck that shit. I'm good.
So the fact that you want to go in.
Good night, James.
We just fixed the whole thing.
Who the fuck are you,
James?
He playing that shit, nigga. Hold that shit. Hold that shit.
Hold this dick in your mouth.
Guys, one at a time. Webster's talking.
Hold this motherfucking dick in your mouth. I'm good. Fuck y'all.
Nigga, you stop being emo for 5 seconds and actually try to listen to reason for a second.
Fuck this shit. Y'all some bitch ass motherfuckers.
I'm not even talking to me, nigga. First off.
Hey Trey, just relax too. Like let's just everyone relax.
Nah, cause me and him is cool. We had to chat about this a long time.
No, I understand.
He needs a reality check sometimes.
Bitch ass sheep.
No, he's my nigga. He's my boy. And he needs a reality check sometimes. Cause he just be getting these emo ass moves like, yo, calm your shit, bruh. Like it's not that fucking serious. Like you a grown ass man.
I'm completely confused because I mean we spent the last 3 hours. We had our climax where it was all like bitching. Alex Valle comes in. We all kind of get a revelation like, you know what? We all need to calm the fuck down. We calm the fuck down, and then
he's still upset. I don't understand.
It's a more personal problem. It's a more personal.
That nigga
I'm telling him,
hold the razor to his own. Nigga, hold the razor to his arm.
You know what? No. You know what it is, and I understand. Listen, I understand where he's coming from in a sense, because you know what? He came down to Chicago. He helped run the tournament. You know, obviously the gripes got to him. You know, there's a sense of a lack of satisfaction. You know, when shit goes wrong. I mean, is there concrete resolution now? No.
Of course not.
You know,
but you have to be realistic.
Just took a step in the right direction.
Exactly. I think we're all in the understanding that we're gonna try our best to kind of just move forward and come together as communities. And I think we already established that. So yeah, we already know. You know, Webster coming in here and blasting off like that was kind of just weird.
No, but James, I think you've talked about it. I think this whole UFG thing, just as an outsider looking in, has less to do with this particular event. But there's always seems to be some bad blood in the USA's FGC community. And this is just another friction point. Because, as you said, a lot of TOs don't get along with each other. So, I don't know. Maybe that's the real problem. Isn't it?
And you know,
I thought we were all over this situation and the fact that he I mean, like,
it's deeper
I didn't come on. No, I mean, I didn't come in to like offend like the fucking UFGT situation. I just wanted to ask questions, and the fact that he just like he was upset at the community. We're like, but who you upset at in general? Like, that's all I asked. Like, who are you upset at in general?
Though, like, you ain't been through what this nigga been through though, because he had like practically at one time, everybody except a select few people was hating on him in the community.
I mean, I've never been through that. That's none of my concern. My only concern was who are you still upset at? And then he want to go, who are you? Nigga, I don't give a fuck who you are, nigga. You just played sheep and you got bopped every tournament. I don't give a fuck, nigga. All I asked you was...
It wasn't even it was the game, though. Like, it was just like, people like, oh, well, your opinion on the game, ass, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, them same motherfucking people that are playing this game are saying the exact same shit he was saying months ago.
Yeah, and now all of a sudden it's okay. They don't want to say Digi was right.
Exactly, and that's why he's like, man, fuck this. I would be the exact same way. I'd be like, no, fuck all y'all. I was saying this shit all the time. Y'all telling me, no, did you shut the fuck up? You just don't know how to play a game. You play Shiva. And now everybody named mama's like, yo, fuck MK9. This shit's a broke piece of shit.
It's not even just that. They say the same shit he was saying, and they also still say fuck Digi as well.
Yeah, he's getting a double. He's getting double-ended on that shit.
But alright.
Hypocritical.
Shout out to NetherRealm. I won with the noise green arrow. You gotta hold
shout out to my
that.
niggas. Yo, shout out to my nigga Chris G in the chat. Shout out to my nigga Nerd Josh. David Russell for always asking me Skype questions.
Oh, Chris G's in the chat?
Yeah.
Yo, Chris G. I'm gonna put you on blast.
Yo, why is...
Hey, Chris G, you should get on here and tell about that lag between you and Forever King, man. That shit was crazy.
That shit was awful. It was like PS3.
No, I'm not even joking though, man. That shit, it was frame by frame, dude. That shit was crazy lag.
Yo.
It's the worst system ever.
All right, hold on a second, guys. I'm gonna put you on hold. All right, guys. Northwest Major coming up June 8th, June 9th. Highland Community College, Northwest Major. Be sure to check it out if you are in the northwest portion of this country. Obviously, they're going to have Injustice, Street Fighter Marvel. You can see the list going across the screen there. Northwestmajors.com to get all the info you can. Go out there, support the Northwest if you're in that area. If you can't, get out there. If you get a chance to take the flight, go right ahead and get out there. Show some support for the northwest portion of this country, and let's try to get that scene growing. Anyway, let me get back to these guys. All right, we're back.
Speaking of which, why does Chris G get so much hate? He seems like a nice dude, and he's just good at the game. I don't understand why he gets so much hate.
See, this is the thing. When you're a known player, people just want, and you bring up a new meta, people just want to see you lose. Like niggas don't like you when you bring up a new meta.
When you don't practice the game and you get top at every tournament, of course that person's gonna get hate. But that's fucking godlike, man. That's so godlike, and I don't know why people hate on it.
Chris G put too much points to dexterity and not enough to courage.
I'm gonna say this much. If you want to follow me on Twitter, I talk a lot of shit. Follow me at OhiNigNig. Like, real talk.
I keep it true. I just hate more Doom. That's it. I don't hate anything. I just hate more Doom. That shit's so boring to me.
Yeah, follow me on Twitter, OhiNigNig.
Morgan, everybody wants to X Factor Morgan, but it's not the answer.
That was actually really good. That was fucking spot on.
And he kills all your characters of 1 foot dive. It's stupid. And then Virgil, if he has X Factor, you just lose.
That is crazy. Yo,
James, volume is low. James, turn up the volume.
Hold on.
Devil May Spy, you're spot on with this shit. It's just.
Yo, James, can you make me a mod in the chat though? Like, can I get my mod?
So is Chris G in like the Skype chat or the Twitch
I'm in the middle of
chat?
something.
Yeah, he's in the Twitch chat.
Yeah, the real one's in the
like,
Twitch chat.
Because like I'm on like a million things at once. I'm on Fighting Game General. I'm on Twitch. I'm on Skype. It's kind of hard to like do it all at once. So.
Yeah.
Yo, mod me up, nigga. Can I get that mod though, yo? Oh.
Hey, the real Christian, let me show you a green arrow combo, because your corner combos are ridiculous.
Yo, can you mod me?
Would you shut the fuck up?
James, you were fucking annoying when you were fucking drunk. I gotta annoy you now, motherfucker.
You don't even know how annoying I'll get.
Who's that?
Y'all ain't gonna see nothing yet.
Motherfucker, I had to carry your old drunk ass up the elevator to the fucking room, out of the fucking chair.
How much does James weigh? Because that I don't know, man.
He's not heavy. It was between me and Apollo, but that motherfucker was so drunk he didn't even want to get the fuck out of the fucking.
I was content where I was sitting, man. Why didn't you just leave me alone? I didn't ask you to bring me to a bed.
Motherfucker, you was like, yo, take me upstairs. And we tried to take you upstairs, and you were like, I don't want to get up.
Yeah, I was banged up pretty bad. Why am I not seeing you?
James, you should be happy, man.
Should be more for your buck. It should be more for your buck.
James, you should be happy, man. He saved you from getting dick picked.
Nah, that was.
James, is that a rabbit? It's adorable as hell.
It's a guinea pig.
It's so adorable as hell.
He died.
Oh.
But I got 200. I got 250 more of them in Ecuador. But I don't know what's gonna happen when I get my divorce.
Oh God,
James.
Well, good luck either way. I mean,
James, people are like.
I mean, I'm not sure if you're a dog person, but I have 2 dogs myself. They're, pets are great. You really don't know unless you have one, but they're really great. They're a pain in the ass to take care of, but they're great animals,
Oh yeah, but they only live 4
Hold
or
on,
5
I
years.
activated Astrovision. I see myself in the chat room. He's being salty for no reason. Because he doesn't have Virgil. He used Magneto. He picked Magneto instead of Virgil. And then lost to Flocker.
Virgil.
And he had Zero. And he did Lightning. Mix-ups and Striders. Stupid. Lost ECT. Whatever.
Oh wow.
It's in losers.
Oh my God.
He's gonna lose.
Yo, Chris G, why haven't you sent me your passport information yet, man? I gotta book your ticket. Like, I've been asking you all week.
Oh.
Don't forget, man.
Don't get called out.
Do you need my passport info too?
Ask Ellie.
Yep, I need. Well, let's put it this way. I asked people for their passport info because I need to confirm that they have their passport, that it's valid. If you tell me you have it, I'll trust you.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right.
Oh shit.
But generally speaking, because last year there was a particular player we paid a ticket for, and it turns out his passport wasn't valid, and it pretty much a wasted ticket. So to avoid that this year, we're asking everyone to send us proof that they have their passport before we book their tickets.
Don't want to waste that money.
Yeah, man, for sure.
I'm drunk, so like, yeah.
Yo, I have a little guava berry on me right now myself, feeling nice.
Oh, baby, it was fucking godlike.
I quit drinking.
Yeah, right.
It was pretty good, dude.
Unlike James, I actually can't. I'm not drinking anymore.
I quit. I cut down for a while.
Really, James?
For a while?
Just until the islands.
Till VXG.
Yeah.
Fucking VXG.
Yeah. Then I could drink again.
Yes.
Well, I mean, we all need a break once in a while. Just make sure you're back on it in time for the parties.
What
Yo,
you
James.
should quit smoking though. Like, what happened to the whole? What do we have to do as a community? All the viewers. What would we have to do to like get you to stop smoking?
Make my divorce quick and painless.
I don't think that'll ever happen. Well, Chris G knows he's my nigga though, so he already knows why. I told him that. Well, yeah.
Well,
already
good luck,
knows why I
definitely
need
good luck,
to.
but I mean, the divorce. I mean, it's terrible. But best wishes to you.
Shit happens.
I can mail you some
It's
fish
what
sticks.
it is,
Damn, James, I didn't know you talked about that on the stream.
I told.
I'm sorry. I mean,
I talk about, dude. I gave out my personal phone number on the stream.
Who's saying call Ultra David? Ultra David is showing his colors, man. I used to respect that guy. When he dissed Rolando for no apparent reason, I said, fuck that dude.
Oh shit, David going in? David going?
You know, Ultra. He's a real lawyer.
And then disrespect my name.
So, James,
didn't want
are
to
you
do
gonna
that to
change
the
your
pirate,
phone number
right?
now? You should.
No, I'm not gonna change it for what?
I don't know, because like some idiot's probably gonna spam it all over the place.
I don't give a shit.
Alright, well, just saying, like, it's gonna be annoying.
I mean, if it comes up with a fucking country code, guess what? I'm not answering you.
Alright.
Guys, here's a tip. Go
How
on
do you handle
fucking go
you
on
merged your lesson last week?
on Craigslist and post James' number and the gay sexual.
Dude, don't do that. That's terrible.
I don't care. Do
No,
it.
dog, that's why I post my number and Ricky's. You leave us alone.
I didn't care.
Oh God. But no, I mean, it's like, look, I think everything started out. Like I said, I had already said the video from Homeboy Tyson was a little much.
Yeah, we should have screened that one.
But it made me laugh. It made everybody in the chat laugh, So I mean,
Rolando knows how Jamaica say, and even I would say, whoa, that's a bit much.
Damn, I didn't see that video. James, can you link me to that video? I want to see that.
you got to go to Homeboy Tyson's YouTube page.
Or
it's Homeboy Tyson being Homeboy Tyson. He does his thing. It was a little overboard,
Yeah.
I didn't even know what to expect. I didn't even screen it. I just went.
Yo, speaking of Sinestro, dog, shoutouts to Wound Cowboy for making top 8 and Pig of the Hut for being a fraud once again.
Didn't even crack top 16, dog. You lost a corn. Hold that shit. You do not represent the Sinestro Corps. What?
Hey, that's my brother, man, from Atlanta. You better chill, homie. Chill.
I don't give a fuck, dog. He ain't donating. He ain't subscribing. He ain't my homie.
Oh God, you probably got my roommate. It's cool.
Oh man. But I mean, like I said, you know, a lot came about this. I think. I think this would have. I think, to be honest, had this not come out, it would have just been something that became a Twitter war for the next 6 weeks.
Exactly. That's what I said from the start, man. This thing is necessary.
It's you know, like I said, people will call me the TMZ and the Inquirer. You know, if people have frustrations, they're there for a reason. And regardless to whether you're the majority or the minority of the fighting game community, you have just as much of a right to say what you feel.
But James, don't you think all of this friction also has to do with these old grudges from long ago?
You're right. I think it does.
Because it can't just.
There was built-up animosity, and once it started, everything else came out from the past, even if it wasn't directly said.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely stuff that's been snowballing over and over. You know, now the key to this is, you know, do these guys turn around and try to talk, or do they continue the same process of regurgitating this shit over and over and over, or do we finally sit down at a table somewhere, or you know, or people just talk and say, look, you know, what are the final resolutions to getting this squared away?
No, but I think it's as you said, it's the ego thing, because lots of stuff seems to be this ego-driven, like as you said, or the way I could have got on this show, right? I couldn't get on any other show, right?
Yeah, James gives us a voice.
Yeah, they would be like, who are you? You didn't place nowhere. You don't have no right to speak.
Yeah, the fact that you saw how he came at me. Actually, I'm gonna say it straightforward. He came at me. He's like, "Oh, who are you? What do you do?" And I'm like, "See, why does everybody have that mentality in the FGZ? Who are you?"
Yeah, man, who are? What the fuck that's about?
I don't know who the fuck half the people are, and most of the time, if you're not from New York, I don't know who the fuck are you. But I don't ask you that question.
There is no emperor. There is no empire. There is no one person that oversees the fighting game community. You know, the guy who comes in 90th and the guy who comes in first, neither one of them has more claim to be the ruler of the fighting game community. You know, that's why it's called the fighting game community. You know, and yeah, there's this friction between the Capcom and the Mortal Kombat world. It's there. We can all sit here and pretend it's not. You know, they say our game's trash. We say we want a voice. It goes back and forth. You know, the anime community shoved in there somewhere in the mix too. You know, the Smash is shoved in there. You know, and it's like nobody wants to accept the fact that we should all be on equal terms. Yes, obviously certain games should be prioritized. I ain't gonna take nothing away from Street Fighter. It's the longest running game.
Yeah, I would imagine how mad people would get if Marvel was put at 9 a.m. I think there'd be a fucking like, just be a
imagine SKR, they'd be flipping out.
I just want to see that one day. Some fucking tournament organizer says, "Fuck you niggas, I'm putting Marvel at 9 a.m."
6 a.m.
It would be watch Riot online.
Can I see that one time? Can I just see that one time?
That's right. Pitchfork.
If people were like, "Fuck Injustice," you know, fuck Injustice, I just want to see somebody go, "Fuck Marvel." Let me put it at 9 a.m.
I think that was CDjr's strongest point of his argument, and it to be fair, you know, it is something you got to recognize. If this was something that happened, any tournament, and that was, you know, at 9 a.m., you know, it would have been a different story. That's a fact.
Yeah.
As I said, Rolando agreed with me on that other point. The thing that I find a little strange, and I'm slightly disagreeing with Papa Valle on, is I don't think it's on the onus of the guys going to the tournament to be all that respectful. Because they are providing the tournament organizers with the money, right? you could say all the shit you want to say. If I was a TO, I was like, oh, this tournament sucks. I'll just give you the bullshit. Like, yes, I'm sorry. We'll try to fix that. I'll kiss you out. And then you pay me and I go home and buy my big TV or whatever. But that's the thing. I don't know why they want the cake and eat it too.
You know, and this is stuff, you know, like, and I give props to Keith for this. He had the panels, you know. This is stuff that should go, these are the discussions that should happen in these panels.
Oh, hey, James.
Yeah.
Real quick, too. Thank you for bringing that up. The panel with Injustice, with Tom Brady and Perfect Legend, you know how many community members were there from our community?
No.
It was only 2 people. The room had about 20 or so people, and all of them were Capcom players. So I found that really fucked up. And anyways, continue. That's a different issue.
Wait, for the panel? It's because
Yes.
we were all watching Injustice, man. We were all playing the game.
And I get that, but like even just to step by for a minute and support our own community, that would have meant something.
I think maybe it's a scheduling issue if you ask me. That's the only issue
But
I
like,
that was the issue. I would have stopped by if I wasn't watching the game at the high.
Chris G said the panel sucked.
Good games going
I
on.
thought it was pretty good. I thought they had a lot of important things to say, and hope it gets uploaded, or it will get uploaded. But yeah, all panels pretty much, they're all running during that game's pools. I mean, Injustice was 3 days long. There was pools running pretty much all the time. Could you really have worked a schedule where it doesn't run in a single pool? I don't think so, but it's only half an hour long. Are you going to tell me you can't find, you know, if you have to play during that pool, yeah, it kind of sucks for you. You're not going to make it. But obviously there's a lot of other people who don't have to play. They could just step by for a minute and
Yeah,
just
but
watch
now I'm going to play devil's advocate, you know.
Okay.
Now I go to watch the panel and all of a sudden I come up and shit. It's like, remember your 15 minutes beforehand, you don't want to get DQ'd. I mean, from the way it sounded like it was ran, you basically had to be standing by your station, raring and ready to go on a minute's notice.
Maybe.
Not necessarily, James.
Yeah,
I mean, it wasn't.
I
It
feel
was
like
it was sort of strict. It wasn't. I mean, like they. Some of the people were like, okay, if people don't get here, I'll disqualify them. They were sort of like ready to do it, but like they called people for the entire 15 minutes of that period before the game started.
Yeah,
you know.
like Jeremiah, the guy was calling Jeremiah, he wasn't there. He was actually on his way to the tournament. He was stuck in traffic. We're like,
Yeah.
crap, we hope he makes it in time. And the organizer's like, it's alright, he has 15 minutes to make it. If he's not here in 15 minutes, I have to DQ him. And he was just being straight up. But Jeremiah made it with like 3 minutes left and everything was okay, right? But like they weren't being complete dicks about it. Like it wasn't. Go ahead.
The one thing that I was sort of iffy about was in the MK, the fourth pool, Chris G was playing on stage and like the guy was sort of watching him and he hadn't like highlighted off Chris G's name yet, and I was like, dude, the guy's playing on stage, like on stream AE right now, like highlight his name, he'll be here, you know?
Yeah.
It's not like he's ditching his pool or anything. He's on stage playing AE on stream, you know?
No, the issue I have with it from a watching perspective is, alright, there's hours and hours of matches, right? 3 days of nothing but matches, right? I think one of the major problems with the schedule is either you need new stream technology where you say, okay, is this a hype match going on? And then you can switch the channel and bring it up, you know what I mean? Because most of the time it's just boring matches. Am I wrong in that? Most of the time it's boring matches.
The most of the on-stream matches?
Yeah, I mean, not except for the finals, of course, but I'm talking like Friday and Saturday. Some hype ones, but most of the time is snooze fest.
For what, Injustice?
Not Injustice, all the games. I'm speaking in general.
Yeah, I mean, probably. I mean, when you have so much content, of course, probably the majority of it's not going to be that exciting. And those few ones that are exciting, you know, you're lucky that you get to watch them.
I'm saying, if there is anyone who's good at programming or could develop a thing where, if they could connect most of the consoles, and then if there's a hype match going on, then you kind of bring that on screen, commentators see it.
That'd be sick.
That'd be so esports.
That'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah, it would.
Or like when you go into one of those restaurants and shit, and they give you that little thing that fucking vibrates.
No. But,
Oh, you mean that
David
blue
was
shit?
saying?
You mean that square little shit that vibrates with Jordan's right?
Yeah, it vibrates as you're up.
I think the problem with an idea like that is that it would be like if you're watching sports, right, and it switches to like a football game when you're trying to watch like basketball, you know, like it's some people, they don't care about MK, or they don't care about King of Fighters, they don't care about Street Fighter. So if you're watching a Street Fighter stream, you sort of want to see Street Fighter, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, actually, well, I'll tell you this. Like, I even noticed the Bifuteki, on when we were watching a piece of the UFGT stream. I think the most impressive thing was when they were cut into MK, while I think I don't know what game was going on, Street Fighter or something, but I was able to like get little glimpse of MK. That was really cool. I think that's
if there was a way
cool.
we could get, like,
And it's not like you're getting drowned with it. You're getting little glimpses of it. I think that's cool. Like to cut away to another stream, and it's like embedded in it. So like while a button check is going on, they literally were just letting you see. All right, well, while these two guys are just button checking, this is what's going on in MK. I think that was really cool.
It promotes a secondary stream awesome, but yeah, that's a great idea. I think it'd be awesome if more TOs did it.
I mean, Korea got something like that though. Like at the arcade, like Green Hill Arcade, when some people playing Tekken, they can actually switch between matches. Like sometimes, because I'll just be bored watching it, 'cause I'm interested in Tekken. If they have like Nier playing somebody and they have another person on the stream, they'll just switch to the Nier thing, switch to player cancel. So that technology is there.
X-Rock, I know you're talking about UFGT doing it. They did do it for Mystery Game. They would have Mystery Game as a filler.
Mystery Game as well.
And that was pretty tight. I think it's something that's going to become more popular now.
The Box Arena was doing this a long time ago. What they would do is do Street Fighter and Marvel at the same time, and then switch between them after each match ended. Let's say Viscant's playing Deus Ex, right?
Yeah.
And then you've got Mr. Certified playing someone else in Street Fighter. When that match ends, they would immediately switch to Marvel, so you're never watching a button check. You are always watching a match. And I think that was really cool.
That is good. I think we should try and move to that. Also, if the players, as James said, most of us going to enter not going to win, right? And even people practice hard. They're lucky if they see top 8, right? I think they should really focus on a way to make the tournament fun. The way that, from what I'm hearing you guys describe it, it sounded almost like you guys were at a job. It was like, okay, I have to come here for the sign up, then I have to wait for the match to come up. And it didn't. That doesn't sound enjoyable to me.
Maybe it wasn't. I don't know how to say this. Maybe it feels that way as a spectator, but when you're actually there, it's not that way.
Yeah.
It just feels like things are running smooth and it feels good. And the beautiful thing about the fact that everything's on time, there's a shit ton of time for casuals because things get, like, the pools are done pretty quickly, and then the bracket winners are like, okay, this station's up for casuals now. In fact, like, most of the time, people weren't even playing casuals because they had so much downtime. So it's kind of weird.
I think there should be a better announcement for when casuals are like open to play though. Because it was just sort of like there were time periods where like there were 2 or 3 stations being used, but there were still matches in the bracket. So you were like you weren't really sure like if it was cool to play casuals on the other station or.
You're right.
Like,
maybe if they had a sign that says casuals now, then maybe. But like what was going on is when the bracket was over for that station, the bracket runner would be like, okay, this station's up for casuals now. And if you miss that, well then you kind of don't know if that's a tourney match or not.
No, I got you.
That's a legitimate complaint. Like that's something you should that can be raised and argued.
Right.
Yeah. So I want to ask. About the new Guilty Gear, if it's alright.
Go ahead.
Yo, I'm ready for that new Guilty Gear.
Will the Unreal Engine hamper its actual gameplay? Because as you've seen, the Unreal Engine 3 isn't really that good of an engine. Since you guys are pro fighting guys, I'm wondering, is the Unreal Engine good for an anime game like Guilty Gear or BlazBlue or whatever?
I don't know if that's a pro gamer question or programmer question.
Unreal? As in the 3D FPS game?
It's being used for Guilty Gear.
That's how they've been doing it.
No.
Yes. Marlon Pie said it looks bad on Twitter. He wasn't pleased with the new Guilty Gear.
That's a little slow.
I'm an old guy, but sometimes one thing I gripe with the other old guys is sometimes we have too much nostalgia vision. Look, it's not the same like the old one. It must be garbage. Boo. So I'm going to give the game a chance.
Yes. Well, that's true, but at the same time, DMC also came out recently, and while there are 2 different kinds of games, it didn't really run that well.
No, but as in the whole thing, with the 2D games, they've been doing it. The Japanese have been doing it quite a while now. They've made the 3D models and they paint the sprites over it. So I say, wait till the game comes out. If it's ass, it's ass. If it's not, it's not. So,
all right, well, that sounds like the best advice you could possibly give someone.
Yeah, I got a quick question. Did anybody watch that corn pop off on fucking Alucard versus Tom Brady?
Yeah, I did see that. Wow, I was laughing.
Yo, I'm mad he fucking shitted on him and said this nigga just won ECT. Get them the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I feel.
By the way,
if you don't know
Neanderthal
corn,
activity is what's setting us back in the community.
No.
Meanwhile,
Wait,
we have important issues like Honda needing buffs.
Wait, hold on.
To have combo fiend,
The fact
or I'm
that-
gonna keep placing fourth. You can't have Honda walking around like this. He's weak. Put him back to super status, man.
Oh, guys, got serious question. Why does Chris G wear 2 pairs of headphones down his neck?
I got an answer for you. No, I got an answer for you for that. I got an answer for you for that. Actually, he told me why. He fucking on the other one of them he actually listens to music. The other one he just likes having him because it feels comfortable around his neck.
Oh. Well, why doesn't he just use the one that feels comfortable for the music?
He's just weird. The nigga only eats French fries and mac and cheese. I don't question his being.
Well, I can understand that bit. I'm a fan of French fries and mac and cheese myself.
No, that's all he eats.
And all I eat is pizza, so I'm pretty weird in that way too. I guess we'd be the best of friends in that case.
Hey Daniel.
Nigga loves mac and cheese and French fries. Yeah, that's all he eats.
And I love pizza and mac and cheese and French fries.
So breakfast, lunch, dinner, that's the same shit.
Hey Daniel.
What's up?
Are you the Texas player in MK?
Yeah.
Was I playing casuals with you?
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't know who you were this entire time. I was like, who the fuck is this guy?
Well, I'm just a red normal, so
Damn, dude, I feel bad. Alright, now I remember.
That's cool. Alright, I'm just going through messages here, guys, so you can continue rambling.
So one thing is like the fact that the Alucard popped off on Tom was fucked. I felt like that was. I mean, it
was a big issue. It turned into a whole Facebook war afterwards, as a matter of fact.
Cause Tom's character got fucking bodied. I don't feel like you should be popping off on his character when his shit got fucking bodied.
They're cool now, though. They cooled down on Facebook. I saw it. Alucard said he and Tom are cool. It's over. And there's no Corn versus EMP war, and we should all move on. So I think we.
Yeah, I mean, it shouldn't be.
Something that Pig was talking about too is like it can't be argued whether or not it's disrespectful, but at the end of the day, it was hype and it did bring excitement to the game, so you cannot deny that.
Right, that's Corn's job to bring the hype, and that's what they do.
They do.
Yeah,
they antagonize people, and they're good as hell at doing it. So even if
I want to see them come to the East Coast. I want to see them come to the East Coast and do that shit. Though that should be hype as
By the way,
fuck.
I wanna ask, does Crying Brian Stockborn like he just like in the little corner he's like
What?
Yeah, he was just
I
like
thought what he did, but that was mad random. That was
like one of those like horror movies, you know?
Unknown is a real nigga.
Understand you, man.
Unknown is a
I'm
real
just
nigga.
joking around here. I'm just joking around. But seriously, I'm just joking around.
I'm gonna say this much. Unknown is a real nigga. He's a young cat, but he has the fucking heat of a fucking guy from the 90s, yo. He just pops the fuck off.
Yeah, I know he's kind of weird, but he's a nice kid.
I love watching Unknown go off, cause that nigga, he's just a real nigga.
Oh, you saw that?
Our people shouldn't be acting like Neanderthals. We should be civilized like our white brethren. And Wtih.
Where do you think we are?
Okay, Carlton Banks. All right.
Carlton Banks. Oh my god.
Oh lord.
Oh well, Carlton. Yo, James, is it alright if I add a friend or not really?
Depends.
Oh, he's just, he's like a. Screw it. I don't want to.
No, go ahead. I don't care.
Really? Alright, sweet. Let me add my friend Love Cheese.
What's his name? Love Cheese?
Yeah,
Love
he's
Cheese.
like Love Cheese. Let me ask him if he wants to actually be on first, if it's alright.
What the nigga got fucking. He got crowd nerves.
Nah, he's just like he's I think in California. He's a really nice guy. I mean, plays a lot of fun games. Like I wouldn't call him tournament. He says he's not tournament level yet, but he plays really good Marvel. Either way, I don't think he wants to be on, but I want to get him on it.
Well, there was at UFGT. There was that cross Tekken player who never came out to a tournament before, and he got like top 8 or something.
No, he got second place.
I
want to ask: do people still play cross Tekken? I thought it was like terrible or something.
Nothing
they
wrong
fixed
with
it.
cross Tekken.
Top players play cross.
No, they fixed it. That shit was retarded before the patches.
Yeah.
Oh, they fixed it. Oh, so it's actually a good game now? Might as well
People
try.
don't like watching Cross Tekken, but the fact of the matter is, only top players play it because it takes the most skill. And Blanca is ass.
Yo,
Why
damn,
play that
Chris G's
character?
going in on the chat. Look at Chris G saying the game is dead.
Add
What killed
Honda,
Cross Tekken for me though?
Honda for DLC, I will pay $20, and hopefully I won't place fourth.
Hey, yo, Chris, how much money did you make? Like, you won like 3 games and made top 8 in fucking how many?
Damn, asking them the private questions.
Is it really that private though? I mean, if somebody wanted to do the math, I'm sure they can figure it all out. It's not a big deal.
Like,
But that's just.
I don't really want to speak for him, but it's like asking like a top guy who has a lot of money how much he makes for a living. You know, it's not really polite. But
Is it really? Alright, I guess I'll look it up myself.
Yo, Fifth, you there or what?
Yeah, I'm here.
Your volume is a little fucked up still.
Yeah,
Feedback.
you need to go settings and cool that.
What the fuck?
Nigga, go into your
Just go to
options.
recording devices, go right click on the properties, and then lower the boost.
There you go. You can either go into your fucking mixer and just fucking lower the microphone boost.
Yeah, just
etc.
lower the microphone boost, and it'll be fine. So, speaking of which, you guys ready for E3? I'm hoping they announce that all versus Capcom fighting game that they trademarked back in early this year.
Yo, Chris G just shitting on fucking Cross Tekken in the chat.
Oh
That's
man, I got him
Fact
started
of the
tonight.
matter is, no one likes to watch Cross Tekken, but they gotta hold that.
Is it
I'm
still
always on the second stream, but I will support that game to the day I die.
Chris is
I
like,
said
I
it's the
played that
best
Minion,
game
and then I play Sanford, or I play
ever
Sanford,
made.
and I played that
Doing
Minion.
cross
I wonder if
and
they
I
hate
stand
me.
by it. I will always play SFXT.
I'm sorry. That on this DLC killed that shit for me. So I started playing out, so shit that's already on disc. I'm like, nah, I'm cool, brother. I'm
Chris,
cool.
yo, I just want to play some fucking Injustice, man. Can a nigga get some New York sessions?
I still haven't played the game.
That game is godlike.
It's alright. Sort of
I
boring.
mean, I'm not really. I only played it a couple of times, but it was alright. I'm nothing like purchase for $60, but then again, I have to have even more hands-on with the game. I mean, I played it at a friend's house. It was fun, but I'm not sure if it's really worth like $60 full. Probably
You can
is,
get it for
but-
35.
You can get it 34
for 34.
But what do you get for 35? Damn, you only had money this week. Dude, now it's even worse.
Alright, you know what? I'm gonna do this. Hold on. Let me put you guys on hold a second. Time to run another quick little. And we're back again. Fall Classic coming up, guys. If you get a chance, get out there. Make sure you get out there, man. It's going to be a pretty fucking banging tournament as far as my opinion's concerned. But, you know, seeing is believing. But it definitely looks like it's going to be pretty hype.
I definitely want to go to that.
I want to ask, crap, never mind, I'll get back to it in a minute.
Write it down.
I'm sorry, I'm just bored.
Yo, Chris.
I love talking to you guys are amazing, but you know, I'm just like, sleepy as hell. And I have class in the morning too, I don't want to leave you guys, because like,
get fucked, nigga.
Dude, I'm just not even going to bed.
Get fucked.
Volume, James. Volume. Gotta turn this up every time you run a trailer.
Shut the fuck up.
Get fucked the
so
fuck
I
up
guys
for
something
fucking
about
class in the morning.
something?
Yeah, I'm done with my school shit 2 years ago. Thank you.
I'm done with my school shit 25 years ago. So shut
Right.
the fuck up.
Hey, James.
23.
Yeah.
How many viewers do you normally get on
Usually between like say 5 and 1,000.
Yeah, today was like 1.3, I think.
No, we got about almost 16, 17 almost.
Yeah,
That's
like
crazy.
1,600. New
Oh
record.
shit, I was. Yeah, well, congrats to you, James.
Thank you. You know, I mean, like I said, it's really about you guys, not me. You know, I mean, I kind of, you know, I let you guys just talk it out. I mean, okay, like I said, I do some wacky antics once in a while, but, you know, all right, let's try Mr.
James,
Fisher again.
You don't get.
Yo, James, you remember the days when it was like, you know, 35, 40 viewers on this shit? Like,
No,
you remember
I don't think I don't think I ever had
point, it's
that
hard
much.
to remember.
I never had 35, but I had 50.
Yo, I'm gonna talk back, girl.
Dude, no, like, let's be real. The first early shows, like, let's say the first 3 or 4 weeks, that shit was like, you know, we were barely breaking 100.
Yeah.
And then it just blew up.
Like I said, you know,
I got here like week 5 or week 6.
People
to be fair, we've been kind of civil this one. We didn't even go as ham as last time. We didn't talk about throwing shits on girls or coming in people's faces. We're kind of tame.
No, we were definitely tame. All right, you know what? Let me throw a coat.